This week in our sailboat restoration project, we're testing our skills as amateur carpenters facing off man against machine in order to create the head, the bathroom in our boat build. This is Luke, and I'm Lori. And this is Leon. We have this amazing opportunity to not just restore this old sailboat, but completely redesign it, thanks to our Patreons and viewers like you. And if you want to see how it turns out in the end, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and ring that bell. It's a totally free way to keep the journey alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. In the blue corner, weighing in at collective 285 pounds with a professional record of 0 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. We have the challengers, amateur carpenters team LAHAKAI. In the red corner, weighing in at approximately 5,000 pounds with a professional record of 4 years cutting countless boat interiors. He is the reigning champion, the CNC machine.
Alright, this probably isn't a fair fight, but let me explain where this rivalry all started. You see, when we began our boat interior build, there were thoughts that this would be a quicker and faster job. With access to some of the top equipment and technology, there was speculation that we could just throw our design in the computer and this bad boy machine would spit out the final product. All that they had to do next was install the pieces and call it a day. But after lots of trial and error, the king at cutting had met its match with our little boat. Now we're stepping into the ring. After studying the pros at work, we're here to prove to ourselves that even with all the AI and technology in the world today, it can't replace the ingenuity and creativity of a human being. At least for now. However, we're just a couple of amateur boat builders, and this is the most challenging part of our boat interior build so far. Are we going to be able to create this complex area all by ourselves? This is the first space we started when doing our construction for the interior of our boat, and we started cutting this using our design from the computer and putting it onto the CNC. And this is when we realized that it's not going to work as easy as cutting on the CNC and just throwing it in here. Since our head is in this corner of the boat where everything is angled downward, it was very difficult to be able to get the exact measurements from the computer. So we realized right away that we needed to do everything out of templates in real scale instead of using it from the computer. So we are making some modifications to the original design now, and we are going to create a wet area and a dry area now. Since we now can see that we have a good amount of space here, a good amount of headroom, we're going to create a divider here to be able to have that dry area so you can leave your stuff and also know that nothing's going to get, no water is going to get into the cabinets or no moisture is going to get in there as well. We're reducing the size of this sink area in order to hit this frame, which will create the division for our wet and dry area. Also, we hate curtains. We didn't like the idea of having a curtain in here that's going to get in the way and that we have to clean. So we decided we're going to use a door that doubles as the door of the shower. It's going to be the door, external door. Also, it's going to swing inward and become the shower door and open up further for you to be able to leave. made the outline of the toilet here, so you can see this is the front arc, which is about 1.5 centimeters larger than the actual ring of the toilet base. And then we have our motor here, which fits perfectly before this line here, and then there is a tube that goes out the front, and then here we have a tube that goes back here, and that's probably going to go behind the wall or into a wall over here, and then I have a taller tube up here that goes into the back of the toilet. So I have all this traced out, and I'm going to try to fit this piece in. What I'm doing right now is trying to figure out the best way we can make this toilet space attractive, because we have a lot of angles here, right? So I have the slope of the hull. Now I made this shelf in order to put the toilet on, and I have this curve for the toilet, so it's sitting right here. So how are we going to resolve this area? So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to put one solid piece here and then do the same thing I'm doing here, imitating it and doing a curved cutout behind the toilet, so it has a little continuity on both sides and doesn't look all strange with all the different, like a pizza cutting piece out here. So they're cutting a piece right now for I can fit it, and then I'm going to try to get this soft wood. This wood is a flexible wood. See, it's very flexible. See, so then I can model it the way I want it to be. Alright, day 3. Now I'm going to do this countertop. I'm going to do this bulkhead here, the back wall, and also there's going to be a cabinet behind the sink. I'm also going to see if I can cut a hole here because there's some space behind this that we can extend this shelf all the way in here to get just a little more storage room. Okay, now we finished the countertop and I'm going to work on these walls. So here there's going to be a division, and that's going to give me the space for a little cabinet in back. It's also going to be the limit for the back here. And then I'm going to put this division in here, but we're going to use this space here to put the faucets so that we have access to the cabinet and enough room for the sink. The sink is going to be inside here. We've decided because there's a little space between your head and the sink here, but unfortunately that means we lose up to 14 centimeters in here. We thought we were going to put this really nice shelf that was going to go in here, but now I'm going to have to see what's actually possible, because obviously this is all angles, which is weird space, so let's see what we can do with it. All right, I finally got this piece on. It took me way longer than I wanted it to because I kept looking for equipment to do it. But now it's on there, very sturdy, and the 6mm panel will line up right over this. We'll also do the window later on, the framing of the window. But for now, I'm going to do the second piece and try to get everything back up there. But the reason of this is getting the ceiling on. So keep it moving. More problems. I gotta drill more. Everything has been going super easy, shockingly fast actually, until I've gotten to this ceiling tile. It's like a deck head, so I'm gonna put this support up here, cut out some of the weight, and then stick the ceiling on. But it's just fighting me every single part of the way, but my arms get tired. I can do it though. Let's try it again. Remember, this is our wet area and this is our dry area. But instead of putting a curtain here that's gonna get in the way and gets moldy and we have to change it, we wanted to use our door on both sides. We can't put two different doors here, so we need the one door to do both functions. The function of the door entering the head, the bathroom, and the one for the shower. So we're trying to figure out the best way and the best hinge that we have access to be able to create this door that stops here and passes through the main area and opens up. So we have all the options to be able to close and open up to get in. So we created a mock-up of our invisible hinge to see if it worked. So now we know our idea works, let's build it out and see what happens. Finish up this cabinet, we have to rip a bunch of things out anyway. This piece was from the original design and this is coming out because our door jamb is going to go here, and I want to cut here in this cabinet to make it a little more space for our shelf. Remember before what we said that there's just kind of some dead area in here, and then we can actually build the door. We also have to remove a couple pieces here. So this all is gonna come out anyway. We're gonna make the little refinements and then we're gonna do that bulkhead. Not looking forward to this. Hopefully it's fast, but I can't imagine we're gonna get it done in one day. Let's see. All right, we've been working so hard to build our head, the bathroom in our boat, and now check out our progress. So in our dry area, there's a lot to work on as well, but we have a really good start. Here we have a representation of our sink, and we're gonna do a really nice project of a handmade sink here. We also have our faucet off to the side, this little piece of wood here, because we're gonna have this cabinet in the back. We've already started the framework for it, and we're gonna have a sliding door so we can access it. And down below, we cut the doors, but they're yet to be installed. And yeah, it's looking good. And last but not least, we got one side of our door jamb in. We're gonna have to build up the whole frame and also here as well to get that to work. That's gonna mean we're gonna have to mess with this bulkhead, which was also cut a little bit short, but we're gonna fix that and make this wall a little bit bigger so that we can receive that hinge and finish the head of our boat for real so we can send it to paint. Welcome to our head. Come on in. Door.